Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be looking at the combat lobby of Arknights as well as the best ways to build your team in clear stages. First, your team composition matters. Remember that you are playing Arknights for the long run, so investing your materials into one or two operators only is definitely not enough. It's all about the balance. You should have at least 2 operators from each class built in your team. This is extremely important. As a beginner, investing in low-rarity operators are a good idea, but never promote them beyond Elite 1, in other words, do not Elite 2 them just yet. 3-star and lower operators should be upgraded as little as possible as you'll rarely use them in the future. Heck, you might not even be using them entirely. Looking at the 4 stars, there are actually some decent operators to upgrade. The first 4-star operator worth investing your materials in is, of course, Myrtle. She's a flag-bearer vanguard that gives a ton of DP, but that's her only use, so she's probably not that much of a priority to be fully upgraded. The other 4 stars are Shirayuki, Sha, Moose, Perfumer and Susoro. Shirayuki is an AoE sniper that can deal decent damage. Sha is a pusher specialist that is useful in certain chapters of the main story stages. Perfumer is a decent AoE healer and Susoro can easily provide huge bursts of heals with her second skill. I still use both these healers to this day, but that's only because I don't have any of the 5-star healers. For the 5 stars, most of them are decent and can carry you through early game. 6 stars are just 6 stars, they'll help you a lot. I would strongly recommend going online to search for tier lists if you care about the best ways to spend your resources and progress efficiently. If you already decided you are a casual player who doesn't care about meta and cares about only the looks of a character, then upgrade any character you like, but you might struggle a little during difficult events such as CC if the operators you like and built are not the strongest out there. Moving on to the combat section, how do you exactly play Arknights? First, you need to understand the damage mechanics. I already explained it in detail in part 1 of this series, so if you want to look at the detailed version, go check it out. Explaining briefly, we have physical damage, arts damage and true damage. Physical damage dealt and received can be countered with defense. The reduction is calculated with subtraction. Arts damage dealt and received is reduced by resistance, which is calculated with division. As for the last damage type, true damage is powerful as it ignores both resistance and defense and deals a set amount of damage to an enemy equal to an operator's attack stat. Operators with this damage type are rare, and some examples are our ex-wife Calci and Emiya. As you already know, you can see your operator's stats easily, but enemy stats are not shown, so how? Well, we have the enemy info here. This allows us to check the difficulty of an enemy. However, it does not show the actual stats, but I'm pretty sure someone out there calculated everything, so search it up if you are interested. This section will be blanked out if you have not tried the stage at all, and will only slowly fill up the more enemies you discover in the stage. Enemies' special abilities are also displayed here. A rating of C and below means the value is low. For example, this dude has a C for resistance. This means using a caster against him is super effective as casters deal arts damage. A rating of A and above means the value is high. The same dude has A for defense, so using a physical damage dealer on him is not very effective. This is very precious information, so do use it to your advantage. Next is the map intel here. This shows you the view of the map, however, it does not show the enemy routes, unless it is a boss battle where it will only show the route the boss takes. You also do not know which enemies will spawn first, quite a useless feature, but whatever, at least you are prepared for the worst. Next, we have the auto-deploy function, everyone's favorite. If you are lazy, you can just hit the auto-deploy and press start. This will take the data of the previous run you did and auto-deploy your operators throughout the match. In the meantime, you can do your work in real life while making progress in game. Auto-deploy is usually used for farming certain stages over and over again, definitely one of the best features in game. Auto-deploy will not be available unless you have completed a stage with a 3-star rating and without a support unit. Auto-deploy has a chance to malfunction if your deployment order is extremely complicated or if your operators are dying extremely frequently or who knows what reason. This can be worked around by redoing the stage manually and saving the new deployment order at the end. Next, we have the practice function. This is a nice little feature that lets you do the stage without consuming any sanity, but you only receive 30 attempts every day that does not stack. You will consume one drill plan to do practice mode, and after the practice mode is over, you will not get any rewards even after getting a 3-star rating, obviously. As the saying goes, no pain in the brain, no gain. If you haven't already noticed, retreating or losing a battle will deduct 1 sanity. For example, if you retreat or lose this stage, you'll only be refunded 17 sanity instead of the 18 you spent, so use the practice mode wisely. Next, we have challenge mode. Not all stages have a challenge mode option though. These stages are extremely annoying as it gives you a restriction shown here. Each stage has its own unique restriction. Also, to make things worse, retreating or losing in a challenge mode only recovers half the sanity you spent. Practicing a stage on challenge mode also costs 3 drill plans per run, which is just horrible, but these drill plans are well worth it as it can save you from sanity loss, which can be a huge setback for progression. Yup, these are the stages that make you lose your in-game and IRL sanity, but they are usually very exciting to do and you get the adrenaline rush when completing them. The only reward you get from challenge mode is the Originate Prime, which can be obtained by defeating all enemies, similar to a 3-star clear requirement. Since auto-deploy is not required as you won't be farming the challenge mode stage after getting the Originate Prime, you can just use the support unit feature to make life easier. As a beginner, challenge mode stages aren't a priority to complete, so do not attempt them until you have well-built operators. If you need emergency Originate Primes for skins, only then should you consider doing the challenge mode stages as a beginner. Going back to the combat lobby, if the stage drops materials or have certain mechanics in them, it will be displayed here. And here, you can click on the black column to expand out the entire list of rewards. They've even vaguely specified the drop rates. There is a recommended operator level written here as well, but you don't need to worry about it too much. You can very much take down a stage with a recommendation way higher than your party's level if you have the right strategies. And that is all. Hope this guide is helpful in introducing the combat lobby. I will be releasing the other parts soon, so please consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.